My boyfriend said, I'm sharing a hotel room with my coworker to save money. I said, smart. Then I booked the adjoining room with his brother. I had been dating Trevor for 2 years when he dropped this gem on me like he was asking me to pass the salt. So the company's only covering half the hotel cost for the Denver conference next month. Kinsley and I figured we'd split a room to save money. I nearly sliced through my finger instead of the bell pepper. Kinsley? The Kinsley from accounting? Yeah, but it's 2 beds. Totally professional. He wasn't even looking at me, just casually seasoning chicken like he hadn't just proposed sleeping in the same room as the blonde who laughed too hard at his jokes at every office party. But still, I didn't want to seem too controlling and paranoid. So I said, it makes sense if you can save money. He looked genuinely relieved I wasn't making this a thing. The week before the conference, Trevor started acting super weird. I'm talking a new haircut, new cologne, and suddenly hitting the gym every morning. I want to look professional for the presentations, he claimed. On the day he was supposed to leave, I went to the airport and watched from my car as he met up with Kinsley. She was wearing a disgustingly stunning black dress and heels that definitely weren't meant for walking conference halls. They were standing too close, her hand brushing his arm as they laughed about something on her phone. But what really got me was when he pulled her suitcase for her. In 2 years, this man had never once offered to carry my luggage. 2 years. I picked up my phone and took some photos, but my hands were shaking so each photo came out blurry. A few hours later, as I was crying in my bed like a pathetic teenage girl, my phone buzzed with a text from Trevor. Landed safe, super tired, probably going to crash early. Sessions start at 8 a.m. tomorrow. Sure, honey. That was why Kinsley had just posted a story tagged at the hotel bar. I called Trevor's brother Malik immediately because I wanted revenge. No, scratch that. I needed revenge. Hey Malik, I need a favor. A big one. What did my idiot brother do now? See? He already knew his brother was up to no good. This is why I chose him. He's at a conference in Denver, sharing a room with his very attractive coworker to save money. That sketchy Kinsley chick? No effing way. Yes way. Want to help me crash their little business trip? When do we leave? This was why I loved Malik. No hesitation, just immediate loyalty. Tonight. I already bought tickets. You bought me a ticket? Consider it an early birthday present. Plus I got us the adjoining room to theirs at the Marriott. How did you? Kinsley posted their room service receipt on her story. Room 412. She's really bad at hiding details. Malik laughed. That same mischievous laugh Trevor had when he thought he was getting away with something. This is going to be epic. Should I tell mom? Not yet, but bring a suit. We need to look like we belong at a financial conference. You sure about this? He's been lying to my face for weeks. I'm done being the cool girlfriend. See you at the airport then. This is better than Netflix. So, off went me and Malik on our little revenge holiday. We checked into the hotel room and I started feeling nervous because I hadn't seen Trevor or Kinsley and I hadn't heard any noise from their room either. But the next morning, all my worries washed away as I finally saw them during breakfast. Trevor's hand rested on Kinsley's lower back as he guided her to their table, both of them laughing at something on his phone. They literally looked like honeymooners. Malik and I took our time with coffee and eggs, watching them leave before we headed upstairs. Through the adjoining door, Kinsley's voice floated through. Does this dress work for my butt? Trevor's response made my stomach turn. You look perfect, babe. Babe. He's calling her babe. My knuckles rapped against the thin door as I decided to knock and interrupt their sweet conversation. Hey neighbors, heading down to the conference? The voices stopped, footsteps, whispering. Trevor's door clicked open and he stepped into the hallway, pulling it shut behind him. I'd already come around the corner. Trevor? Oh my god, what are you doing here? The color drained from his face before flooding back red. What are you doing here? His voice cracked. This is insane. You brought my brother here? You're stalking me. He was practically spitting. This is psychotic behavior. I tilted my head, keeping my voice sugar sweet. Stalking? We're just sharing a room to save money. Exactly like you're doing, right? Behind him, through the gap he'd failed to close, Kinsley sat frozen on the bed. One bed, the other still had its hospital corners. Which part is inappropriate, Trevor? I asked. The part where we're doing what you said you were doing, or the part where we're actually doing it? Kinsley bolted past us, heels clicking down the hallway. Trevor turned to watch her go, and we all got a perfect view of their professional room.